Hi. A recent trip to the downtown area brought me to the El Paso Museum of Art, where a new exhibit is being housed. It is titled Papel Chicano Dos. Papel Chicano Dos features 65 works on paper from the private collection of Cheech Marin. These works range from realism to abstraction to graphic works. The show was a lot of fun, but I was mostly drawn to the works of Glugio Gronk Nicandro. He had a really strong sense of line, very bold, commanded a lot of attention. This particular piece caught my attention because of its title, Bullet in the Back. This particular piece is a great example of symmetrical balance. If you were to run a line down the middle of this, you would find that you would have fairly equal amounts of elements on either side. They're not exact, however, it does have equal amounts enough to balance the composition. Another thing about this is the line quality. The artist applied them quite forcefully. Those are hard lines. There's nothing delicate about them. I would even maybe say that they were angry or childlike. Um, this is also mostly in monotone. It's mostly going from black with a couple of variations of gray going to white with some punctuations of red. Um, However, those four abrupt grades of value don't really give us a sense of volume on anything. The whole composition is rather flat, as the artist intended it to be. This gives us a chance to focus on the central figure and on the more abstracted figures in the background. Another readily identifiable visual element of this composition is the focal point. You can't get much stronger than a literal white arrow, a triangle on the central figure's uh, back, pointing to the lower back. I suppose this is referencing the title of the piece. However, this does not really show us any kind of violence that the title indicates. While there is red punctuated throughout the piece, it's not coming out of the character's lower back, which gives us a sense that maybe this is something that is going to happen or something that is part of a performance. Um, the background figures give us the sense that this is indeed a performance that we are watching. I have two more elements to talk about. The first one is space. The composition does show us that we are looking into a receding space. The elements are layered, showing that there is a foreground, middle ground, and a background. The central figure is in the foreground. Um, Standing on that stage. And as things recede into the background, we see those elements in the back, those abstracted elements. They are in a vertical placement, showing that things are receding into the space, probably an auditorium. And the interesting about those background elements is that they are abstracted. Some are recognizable as human features, but then they kind of fall apart into floating eyeballs and disembodied body parts, hands, and other things as well that are not quite as recognizable.